Welcome. Hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. I love you. Welcome in. As you arrive, if you'd like to say hello in the comments, I'd love to see you. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. I'm so grateful that you took this time for yourself to be here in sacred community. And I'd like to start us off. We're going to speak about sitting with uncertainty tonight. And I'll try to see if I can keep up with the comments while I'm sharing. But if I don't get to it right away, I'll take a look in a minute. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored. So the world is really wild right now, right? There's so many things changing, and life tends to throw us curveballs, whether it's being laid off from a job, a very unpleasant health diagnosis, losing a loved one, or relationships shifting and changing. And sometimes we just sit back and we look around and you barely recognize your life anymore. Or when you do look around, you think, wow, this is not really what I want for my life. And I'm not sure where to go from here. And these changes throughout life are completely normal and part of our life journey. So if you're here tonight feeling lost or confused about your path, you're not alone. We're here to walk this path together. And even when you're not really sure which way you want to go or what your next step is, and you're feeling uncertain, that doesn't mean you're failing. It just simply means you're human. This human experience, right? It can be quite the ride. And sometimes it's just really soothing to tell yourself it's okay to not have all the answers right now. So tonight, I'd like to start in sitting with uncertainty by just acknowledging what we're going through. And as we're gathering here together, I'd like to start us with a short, very short prayer to open up our sacred community container for tonight. Before I do that, I want to just double check. Can someone let me know in the comments that you can hear me okay? Is the audio all right? Before I go too far down the path. This is my first time to go live. Can you hear me okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start. Beautiful. Thank you so much. We'll start with a prayer. Dear Creator, Creator of all that is, thank you so much for this gathering of sacred community here tonight. And thank you for everyone that will watch this recording later as well. Thank you for being present with each and every one of us and with us as a group. Please help us to put away any thoughts of what has happened throughout this day so that we may arrive present here with you tonight, now, And we'll place a pause on anything that may come later as well. We take this opportunity to spend time with ourselves and with you, Creator. And we're so grateful for the opportunity to commune with you personally. Please open our minds and our hearts so that we may feel what we need to feel, hear what we need to hear, know what we need to know, and share what needs to be shared. Thank you for blessing us with your love, unconditional love. We are so grateful. Amen. Aho. And so it is. A little louder. Okay. Thank you. So, when we're sitting in these moments of uncertainty, it can feel really challenging. Our bodies get all wrapped up in these emotions that just rise out of nowhere because uncertainty triggers our survival instincts. When things are not the way we expect them to be, our brains are wired to find safety and predictability, and we try our best to control what we can. And sometimes that's not the way. The discomfort that rises when things go awry, that's your nervous system that's trying to protect you. It's saying something's not right here. It's going back to ancient times where the true imminent danger of a large beast or someone that is coming that means harm. And we just don't live in that world anymore. But our bodies and our brains and our nervous system doesn't always know that. On top of that, society often makes us feel like we should have everything figured out. And that's just not realistic. And sometimes we have a lot of trouble admitting, I don't know, because that's how we were taught and programmed by many parts of society. You know, not only families, but teachers and peers. It comes from all directions. So it's no wonder when we feel uncertain or we don't have all the answers, it takes our body to a tense state. It can feel a lot like losing control, and that genuinely is frightening. And our nervous system can't tell the difference between, hi, thank you, between a real threat and just an unknown future, you know? So your neck might get tense, your breathing might feel irregular, you might have stomach issues. Your body is literally preparing to run for its life from a danger that's not even there. Our amygdala, our fear center, it really hijacks our rational thinking. When we are in fear, we can't make sound judgments at that moment. There's different states of our brain functioning, and being in safety, security, fear is very different from being in executive functioning when we can make sound choices. So you might feel restless, you can't sleep. These are all normal, as uncomfortable as they are. But what if uncertainty is your spirit's way of saying whatever has changed for you is just no longer in your best and highest good. It's no longer part of your path and your journey, and it's time to let it go. And when you let that go, something better is coming. What if it's just that nudge to say, it's time to grow, you know? You don't have to figure it all out today, just the next small step. And sometimes the answer is to just lean back and simply rest in the fact that you don't know what's next. And now that I've brought us into this state, I'd like to share a few practices that can help bring us back into our bodies into divine communion with Creator. Let our bodies know that we're actually safe, that God's got us. He's always taking care of us. And one way we can remember that is through our breath. Our breath is always with us from the very moment we entered this world, and it will be with us until it is time to pass over. Your breath is always with you, always supporting you, always nourishing you, even when you're not thinking about it. We don't have to concentrate on our heart beating or our lungs breathing. So your breath is always a place that you can come back home to yourself, to your body. So if you're open to it, I would like to invite you to participate, or you can just watch and just be a part of the community. Whatever you're comfortable with is completely fine. So as we breathe, uh, if you can, have your feet planted on the floor, grounding you into the surface that you're on. And just take a moment to take a deep breath in through your nose. If you want, you can place a hand on your chest so you can also feel your chest rise as you take a deep breath in, or a hand on your belly. And I like to breathe into a count of 4. And if you like, you can hold it for just a moment at the top, and then let an exhale out through your breath, through your mouth. And let your breath come out however it wants to. If you want to let out a big sigh or make noise, that's all moving energy. It's all helpful. So take up space as you breathe out. And also, you can try to breathe out for just a little bit longer than your breath in. So let's start again together. Let's breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let it all go. And on your next breath in, maybe imagine that you're breathing in love directly from God, letting it fill your whole body, touching and loving every cell, all the spaces in between. And as you breathe out, let it take any tension in your body with your breath to leave with your breath. Use your imagination. Your imagination is a wonderful tool in these practices. Imagine that whatever feels weird or tight in your body, that your breath goes with your intake to that place, gives it a big hug, and carries that tension out. Now, if you like, you can continue with the deeper breathing, or you can go back to your natural breath. And let's just take a moment to breathe. Another thing that I like to do that's also really soothing for your body is to hum or sing. It calms your your vagus nerve here. And your body likes to feel the vibration that you're making when you hum or sing. And your body likes to hear your voice. So I invite you. I have a really short little mantra that I like to use. It's from Beautiful Chorus. I'd like to share it with you now, and feel free. We're just going to sing it just for a minute, or you can keep breathing. Either way will be perfect, however you're comfortable. Be here now. 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 If you sang along, how does that feel? And how are you feeling as you slow down and focus on your breath? Feel free to let me know in the comments how you're feeling. And we're gonna do one or two more quick practices, and then I'd love to continue with our chat and open it up for any questions or any experience that you're having that you'd like to share and talk about. So as I mentioned earlier, with your feet firmly on the floor, this is a grounding practice. Now my favorite grounding is to be barefoot outside. Oh, I'm so glad that is calming. Thank you, Michael. Lovely. I love to go barefoot out in the grass. It's wonderful for your body. Mother Earth gives us these negative ions that just cleanse and clear. But you can ground anywhere. Oh, peaceful. Thank you. I'm so glad. So glad. So, with grounding, with your feet on the floor, or if you'd rather just imagine, you can also pay attention to and acknowledge where your seat is on the couch or on a cushion or on the floor or on your bed. Just noticing, where you're sitting and where your feet are. And then again, use your imagination to take your energetic roots and connect with the earth. So they go down from your hips or down from your feet, through the foundation, into the earth. Take them as deep as you like. Go down through the water, through the rocks, through the soil, through the crystals. Go all the way to her core. Let your energetic roots give Mother Earth a big hug. And in turn, she sends her nourishing growth back up through your energetic roots to your body. And that's a very simple grounding practice that you can do anywhere. Another thing that you can do is you can take a look around your environment. I love to do this when I'm outside as well. But just notice and acknowledge, what are 3 things that you see? What are 3 things that you hear? What are a few things that you smell? As you connect with your environment and connect with your body through your breath, you're here, you're present, you are safe in this moment. You can also place your hand over your heart and feel it beating. It may be a bit calmer now, but your heart is always beating for you without you having to ask it to. It's with you through every challenge, through every uncertainty. And I invite you to say to yourself, either out loud or in your heart, I trust my heart's wisdom. I trust my ability to navigate whatever comes. Feel into that. You trust your heart to beat. You trust your lungs to breathe. Let's also trust our divinity within and our ancient wisdom, and that we can navigate everything that comes through with God's help. So before I continue with a little bit more chatting about a spiritual perspective on being and sitting with uncertainty, I'd like to give the opportunity if anybody has something that they would like to talk about specifically, something they're experiencing that they'd like a perspective on, maybe. Um, if you would like to drop that in the chat, I'll be happy to read through that and speak from the heart. And I don't plan to keep you too much longer. So while you gather your thoughts or what you'd like to share, I'd like to speak on some additional perspectives. You know, when we're only thinking about uncertainty as fear based and the mental cycles of what do I do? What do I do? You know, you really don't make a lot of progress with that. You just continue that cycle. So, what if we just gently shift the perspective to say, again, it's okay to not know right now. It's okay to not know what the next step is in this moment. I don't have to figure it out right now. And a lot of times when we're in these seasons of uncertainty, the trust and the not knowing that you're sitting with and acknowledging is actually preparing you for what's coming next. It's deepening your faith, it's deepening your trust in yourself, in your creator. And boy, do the blessings flow in when you can lean into that trust just a little bit more. And also, sometimes we're ready to let go of what we thought we wanted because maybe it's not what we actually need. Have you ever had the experience of looking for a job and you get your heart set on that one job and you're like, oh, I want that job, I want that job, I want that job. I got to get that job. I applied to 50 other ones, but I want that one. But what if that is a toxic workplace? And what if the fact that not getting that job protected you from what you would experience there? And what's really better for you is the job offer that you do get, you know? And you still might experience a little disappointment when you get the news that you didn't get the job you thought you wanted. And so you take the other job. And then you figure out, wow, that happened for me. That unfolded exactly how it was meant to, right? But you still had that uncertainty. Uncertainty creates so much space for new possibilities that we can't see. Those new things are right around the corner. It's that corner you can't see around just yet until you get there. So you keep walking towards that corner because you know that new beginning is just right there. And often, I would venture to say every time, but often, your soul knows what's coming before your mind does. Truly. And so the growth that we're in the middle of, it requires you to let go, to take those fists and open them up. Whatever you were holding on to, let it go. Only then are your hands open to receive the blessings that are already on the way, to receive what you need to become who you're meant to be. Uncertainty often precedes transformation, like the seed that we plant in the ground, in our garden or flower bed. It's just a little bitty hard seed, all closed up. And then what happens? You place it in the darkness and you water it with prayer, with song, with action, with trust. And then the seed has to break open. It has to open up for the plant to grow. And then the plant still has to push its way through the soil to find the sun. Or the beautiful butterfly that starts as a caterpillar and creates a cocoon and turns to absolute goo and mush that looks nothing like what it was before, only to transform into a completely new being that can fly. It goes from crawling around on the earth to flying and visiting flowers that it couldn't even see before. It's just so beautiful to me. I love Mother Nature. These natural metaphors give us strength to understand what we're going through, even though it looks a little different, to understand that the discomfort that we're in, it's not a sign that you're doing anything wrong. It's that you're in a sacred process. Oh, tears of truth would like to rise. And I always let them. Tears are so cleansing. So I'd like to remind you of a few things. We tend to forget after we get out of a hard situation and things do turn out the way they're meant to. We kind of forget how awful it is, thankfully, right? Your body has carried you through 100% of your difficult days so far, you know? And think back to some of the times that you experienced before that you were uncertain and you navigated it successfully. You made it through. We will make it through these moments now, too. You can always remind yourself, I am safe in this moment, and return to the present rather than spending your energy and your focus on worrying about the future. This moment, right now, I am safe and I trust. And trust doesn't mean knowing the outcome. It means knowing you can handle whatever comes. How is everyone doing? We've covered a lot of information. I would like to share one other song that's really helped me when I'm sitting with uncertainty. And remember, all voices are beautiful voices. um, because song just comes through the way it comes through, and your body is attuned to what vibrations are needed in the moment. So when you sing, never be hard on yourself on how you think you sound, because it's perfect every time, okay? This song is called Darling. I'm just going to sing the two verses. It repeats, but I'm just going to share it with you. And it's also by Beautiful Chorus. They have some of the most amazing mantras that are so soothing. I lean on them quite often. So I offer this to you from my heart. Darling, darling, you're beautiful. You gotta keep your head up. Never let anything bring you down. The sunshine will always come around. Stay strong, move on. You have such a beautiful soul. Let your energy radiate. Mm-hmm. 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 Darling, darling, remember things will get much better. Darling, darling, you can make it through the stormy weather. Darling, darling, please don't ever give up. Darling, darling, you Gotta keep your head up. Mm. Thank you, beautiful chorus, for these beautiful mantras that have carried me so often. Does anyone have any questions before we close? I'm so glad that you're here with me and you're feeling present and calm and peaceful. I'm so grateful. I'd like to extend an invitation before we close in a short prayer. If our time together today resonates with your heart, or you're curious what it would be like to experience your divinity within flowing through every aspect of your life and walking in this peace, in this trust throughout your path, and watching your life change in the most miraculous, beautiful ways, I invite you to reach out or schedule a free clarity call with me. And you can do that here. I'll drop a link in the chat if it will let me. um, one more second. Let's see here. There we go. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you for taking this time for yourself, taking this time to sit with me today, to gather in sacred community. It's so important and so helpful. And I'm honored and grateful for you being here tonight. And I'll close us out with a short prayer. Dear Creator, Creator of all that is, thank you so much for this divine gathering, for being with each and every one of us, not only now, but always, in all ways, even when we're not asking. You're always present within us. You're always protecting, always guiding, always supporting, even when we don't recognize or acknowledge it. We're so grateful for your unconditional love. May each of us take this peace and serenity and wisdom that you've granted us this evening and carry it with us forward. Remember that we are always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. Aho. Amen. Thank you again. I am so grateful for all of you. And I hope to see you back next Thursday at 6 o'clock Central Time for Thursdays with Thread, connecting with your divinity within. So much peace and love to you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, Elisa. So relaxed. I'm so glad. Thank you, Michael. Filled with peace and hope. My goodness, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, family. I love you. Until next time, may peace be with you.